What movie characters are the definition of this meme? Immediately, J. Jonah Jameson from the original Raimi Spider-Man trilogy comes to mind. He had like 20 minutes of screen time in all three of those films. Not only does he steal the show every time he's on screen with a hilarious moment, J.K. Simmons was so beloved as his character, they literally decided we have to bring him back every time we have J. Jonah Jameson in a project now because he's just that iconic as his character. Draco Malfoy might be the most popular example of this because across 8 Harry Potter films that have 20 hours of runtime combined, he is in it for a total of 31 minutes. The actor Tom Felton, who plays him, literally has 12 million followers for being in 31 minutes of Harry Potter, which is insane. Matthew McConaughey just jumps into like the first 5 minutes of The Wolf of Wall Street and then dips for the rest of it, but it's literally one of the most iconic and memed lines from the entire film. And we should start a petition to get a spin-off short film about this dude's life. Boba Fett is a perfect example of sometimes less is more, because in the original Star Wars trilogy, he is in it for a grand total of 6 minutes. It's actually insane to get famous for being this super cool and mysterious bounty hunter, and then they give you your own show and make you this super friendly guy and just ruin him. Like Zendaya as Chani in the first Dune movie has 7 minutes of screen time total, and at least like 2 minutes of that was her in Paul's dreams where she wasn't even talking. Which is funny because if you didn't know this movie was a part 1 and you just saw Zendaya in all these press tours, you were probably so confused watching the film and seeing that she's not in it until like the last 5 minutes. Darth Maul had under 15 minutes of screen time in The Phantom Menace, but he became so incredibly popular after this movie. So much so that the Clone Wars brought him back to life and made him one of the greatest villains of all time. Boromir was incredibly memed and popular from the Fellowship of the Ring, and he only had 20 minutes of screen time, which seems pretty low until you realize that Legolas, one of the most iconic characters from the entire trilogy, only has 30 minutes in all 3 Lord of the Rings movies. And my boy Gimli only has 31 minutes of screen time, which is just so insane because they feel like such big characters when you're watching it. Now, we don't have any official numbers on Florence Pugh as Princess Irulan, but there's no way she was on screen for more than like 5 minutes, and again, just like Zendaya in the first Dune, she was on all the press tours since she's such a big name. Don't worry, because just like Zendaya, again, she will have a huge part in the next Dune movie.